Hey guys, Uncommon Ramen here. Today I am going to be taking a look at a game called Cowboy Bebop Space Serenade. I love Cowboy Bebop. It was a incredible series. The live action was an unfortunate situation, but they have a game, actually a couple of games. This particular one though is the one that piqued my interest because this is a deck building game for Cowboy Bebop, and it actually, I believe, if I was looking at it correctly, either is cooperative or has a cooperative mode. So we're gonna just jump into the box and see what we have in here. Brought my handy dandy knife so we could cut through this. Definitely we got Vicious here, which is what makes me think that this is either co-op or semi-co-op, because I don't think you can play as Vicious, while you can play as the other members of the Cowboy Bebop. Or no, I'm having a hard time. Okay. Yeah, it says Jazzy Space Opera deck building game based on the Cult series. I like that it's a Cult series. I think that there's quite a few animes that have hit the US and become quite popular. Obviously, a lot of the shonens out there, One Piece, Naruto, Bleach, stuff like that, My Hero, very popular. But as far as your typical one season long animes, I feel like there's quite a few cult classics. Alright, so we're jumping in here. We have a Big Shot Guide for Hunters. So I'm going to pull this guy off real quick so we can look at this. Guide for Hunters. So this is the rules, I would assume, based off of some of the lingo that they're using here. So this is definitely the rules. We got contents, we got game flow right here. Rules of deck building for anyone who has never deck built before. Here you go. These rules for deck building were actually established many long eons ago by Dominion, the godfather of deck building games. And while it definitely had its unique feel to it, deck building has definitely evolved heavily since then. And now you get to look forward to things like the Transformer deck building game, or Clank in Space, where we have some board interaction, or Cowboy Bebop, if you will. Well, heck, even Moonrakers, or the upcoming what's that Robot Arena one, Robo something or other, where they take a deck building game to a new level. Or even Twisted Fables. I did a video on that as well. That was a deck building game mixed with a 2D fighter. So it's interesting to see how this genre has evolved heavily since its birth with Dominion. And it's funny because the first couple of games, the deck building games that came out after Dominion, really followed the Dominion setup a lot. Tanto Core by Japanime Games, same people who did this Cowboy Bebop one. And even what was that ice one? The post-apocalyptic deck builder from the same people actually who did Dominion. Also plays roughly the same. They started deviating roughly around the time where we got the Resident Evil deck building game, or Ascension, or even Star Trek, the deck building game, where they started doing a varied set of cards that were purchasable, and then that led to DC and eventually Legendary. And now it just varies wildly from what Dominion first brought us. So we can definitely thank them, despite the game being not on my list of favorite deck builders. It's too easy to game that game. But it definitely brought us a whole genre of incredible games. So that is our rule book and my rambling about deck building games. We also got several sheets of tokens here, so we're just going to take a quick look at these. We got different planet tokens here. We got some vicious. Then we have these little sheriff badges with numbers on them. I don't know if that's currency or not. Next up, we also have what appears to be placement areas for different cards, and we got some standee looking things here, which I'm assuming is where the big shots, I guess, television screen goes. And then we have actually standees for the characters. So I'm just going to pick up the phone real quick so you can see that, which you don't need. And I'll show you why after I show you this. But these are the different characters. We got Jet, Spike, Faye, and Ed, as well as Vicious. And then the different standees that match up to the characters so they can stand. But the reason I say you don't necessarily need these character standees is because the box also comes with the 3D characters for them. So there's just really no purpose to having these standees. I think I called the ship the Cowboy Bebop. That's just the name of the anime. The ship itself is called the Bebop, if I remember correctly. It's been a while since I watched the series last, but then we got our standee with Ed. Oop, we're not getting a good focus. It doesn't want to focus on Ed. Come on. Hello? Well, there you go. That's good enough. Got our Ed with Ein. Very nice. Got Faye. I almost called her Mai from Yu-Gi-Oh! Because they both have the same last name. But that would be an egregious error to make. So we got Vicious right here. Next up we have... These are dual layered. So we have an indentation here for tokens, which is a really neat thing that they went through to do that. That is typically an afterthought. So this is pretty dang cool, not gonna lie. These are... I'm gonna go ahead and say these are probably player boards, since there appears to be 4? No, there's only 3 of these. I'm not really sure what these are, actually. No, these couldn't be the player boards, actually, now that I think about it. These are probably our bounty boards. Oh, there's one for each planet. So these are probably the bounty boards. Okay. Gonna get our bounties going here. We got ourselves the Bebop. Well, actually, the player boards are dual layered as well, which is very cool. So that was very well thought out. We have Ed. Are they double layered? Okay. Double sided, I mean. Got ourselves Faye Valentine. Jet Black. Followed by Spike Spiegel. They have a pretty good insert. I'll have to I have to show that to you guys too. We have some cubes in here. I'm sure that some of these cubes specifically go into the bounty boards, but I'm assuming these also can go into the player boards. So we're gonna take a look at these. They're just little green translucent cubes, and it looks like they do fit into here. And then obviously, yeah, they fit into the bounty boards as well, so that's very cool. The only thing left is the cards, so we're going to take a look at the cards as well. I got some promos in here too. Take a look at that too. Alright, these all have the same backing. Ooh, they're damaged. Or at least this back card is damaged. Can't ever receive a game without having some sort of issue. Alright, so we got Close One. Collision. Fuel Tank on Fire. Just a Scratch. Open Wound. Solid Hit. Vandalism. That's Spike's ship. I feel bad. Rough Day. Technical Difficulties. Honestly, throughout the series, I'm very surprised that thing still flies. Bed Rest. Spike always seems to be in bed with bandages. For a Few Woolongs. There's quite a few of these. Probably basic. Or probably available to anyone. Got a little fuel. The B leads me to believe these are basic cards that probably start out. This might work. And based on the character portrait, I'm assuming that means that these are starter cards for this particular character, which leads me to believe that they all have... sorry, this is just a hunch. Somewhat unique decks. Let's Jam. Although they have the same names, so a little fuel, different art, same name. This might work, yeah. Okay, so they're not different, they just have different arts. Just a hunch, which is pretty cool, not gonna lie. Let's Jam has the same art, though. We got Faye, we have Little Fuel. This might work. Just a hunch. And then, of course, am I missing it? Oh, no. Let's Jam. And Jet Black, Little Fuel. This might work. Just a hunch. And Let's Jam. Got some more Ed cards here. We got Search Pattern. Good News. More Good News. Here we go. Synchronization. Going solo. How about that? Hack into it. Kidnapping. Space mushrooms. Was a good episode. Found it. Secret mail. And the last card of this pack is Edward is very busy. The next up, if I can get the tab to lift. I always have such issues with this. Where did I put my knife? All right. You can't beat me. Hopefully that helped. Doubtful, but we'll see. Did that really? All right. We have defeated the plastic. Perfect. Okay, let me just double check to see how damaged these ones are. No, this one escaped damage somehow. All right, we got, this is a bust. Next up, we're going to have some Faye Valentine. Well, at least they have the portrait for her. Special delivery. Kind of fishy. I finally remember. Seduction. Resupply. Fishing for info. It's going to cost you. Looking for action. Car chase. Lightning strike. Blackjack. Not the delicate type. Sabotage mission. Got our jet black cards here. Make it interesting. Makes it interesting. New hit. Giving a lift. Souvenirs for Edward. Got data. Hiring a pro. Aggressive questioning. Taking you someplace. I'll take care of this. Tell me some more. Infiltration. It's a deal. We got Spike Spiegel. Teamwork. Look at my eyes. Friendly advice. Good riddance. Plan of action. Unexpected find. Relentless chase. Relentless chase, not case. Very generous. Stealth mission. Anger issues. I think somebody as agile as him wouldn't need to get angry often. Codename Julia. Airstrike. Dangerous. Then we're moving into what I assume are the bounties. Because these would have been the bounties in the show. So we got the Teddy Bomber. MPU. And they show the planet that they're on. Baker Panchorero. Looks like a mixture of Spike and Jet at the same time. Morgan. Mao Yenrai. Lee Sampson. Abdul Hakim. Piero Lafol. Guy was creepy. Domino Walker. Asimov Sullenson. That one was a sad episode. When. Also a sad episode. Apple Deli Sinnes Hesap Luften. Giraffe. Dr. Londis. Uday Taksim. Hex. Dewey. Decker. Twinkle Maria Murdoch. She was scary. Rint Selenius. Shin. And of course, Vicious. Alright, so that is what you're going to get inside the box for the Cowboy Bebop Space Serenade deck building game. But there are a couple of promos that come with it if you order it from Japanime Games. There is no other way, as far as I know, aside from getting it from the secondary market to get these promos. So I'm just going to go ahead and show you those really quickly. You actually get Ein, who looks like he can be part of anybody's recruits, since they all have something specific. But this one says Ein affects all team effects. Oh, that's cool. Very nice. And another bounty, you get the Blob. So that's pretty cool. We're just going to open that guy up too. There is one other promo that if I can remember correctly, I don't remember the name of it. I'm not even really sure how you get the promo, but there is one other promo. But these ones came with the game, so there you go. We got the Blob. And that is Cowboy Bebop Space Serenade. We're just going to show that title one more time. Space Serenade. So if you're a big fan of Cowboy Bebop, this kind of looks like it is a semi-cooperative. Maybe you're competing for bounties or whatever. But it looks like your cards interact with each other, so there's a possibility that it's just maybe fully co-op, and I just don't know. It is a deck building game, and it is themed Cowboy Bebop, so if you're a big fan of Cowboy Bebop, this is the way to go. If you like the video, please like and subscribe, and if you have any comments or questions, leave those down below. I will be removing any negative comments, so let's just keep this classy, guys. No reason for negativity. And if you feel the need to support me and see more content like this, head to my Patreon at patreon.com/uncommonramen. Even just $1 helps me to bring more of this content to you more often. Yeah, and until next time, guys. Peace.